this.
Hello, friends. I'm the Reverend Mitra, and I am coming to you today from in front of my fish tank. Again, here are my fishy friends. There's one here, and maybe you'll see one if they come over on this side. Oh, there he is, right there at the bottom. There's the other fish. We are here today because I want to tell you a little bit about the special speaker we have coming up. Her name is Joyce, and she is going to talk about the way women got the right to vote in America. When we talk about democracy, when we talk about the importance of voting and including everyone in that, sometimes it's easy to forget that not everybody always had the right to vote. And sometimes it's easy to forget that there are people right now who need the right to vote, or that there are people who should be included. They have the right, but there's a process to go through to make sure you can use that right. In the history of America, when America was founded, some people had the right to vote, right? So maybe this many people had the right to vote. And as our history moved on, this many people had the right, and then this many, and then this many, and we're still working on it. We are still working to find ways to include everybody's voice so that if decisions of the government affect you, you should have a right to engage with the process of choosing your leaders, the people who make those decisions. I wanted to talk about this by showing you a little American flag that was given to my father when he became a citizen of the United States. That was a very important day, and I remember it well. I couldn't find the flag though. I looked and looked and it wasn't anywhere. But in looking around for the flag, I did find a picture that I want to show to you. This picture is, I think it's important because it's a picture of my mom and dad, but there are other people in it too. All right, so here's the picture. There you go. Can you see that? This man right here, this one, this is my dad, and that's my mom. And then over on this side, this is my Uncle Eddie and my Aunt Sissy. My dad and Eddie were best friends growing up, and they stayed friends all their lives. And the man in the middle is the President of the United States. Or he was the president a long time ago. That's Bill Clinton. And if you look in the back corner, can you see right here? That is the nose of an airplane, because they had gathered together to celebrate the opening of the airport in Northwest Arkansas. When I was a kid, my dad built roadways and bridges and pipelines to carry oil, and then airports. And I used to go and spend time with him on the construction site and get to see how these things came together. There are so many things to think about if you have to build a road or a pipeline or a house or an airport. When we build things that are so big like that, like if you think about the road in front of your house, that might seem pretty simple, but if you think about all the roads in Cincinnati, and then all the roads in Ohio, and all the roads across the United States, that's a lot to think about. You have to think about, where do these roads come together, and where do we put them, and do we have stop signs or traffic lights or traffic circles? And we have to think about, what rules will we live by when we use the roads? All of those processes involve government. It's not up to one person. It's not up to a few people to make those decisions. You need a lot of people to do a lot of work, and you need them to be working for the good of everybody. you need your leaders to think about how their decisions, how government can serve the greatest number of people. And that process starts at the voting booth when we come in and decide who our leaders will be. We might get to vote on specific levies or we might get to vote to spend money in certain ways to support certain things that we value or think are important. And who gets to vote, who shows up to vote, is very important. As Unitarian Universalists, we believe that voting is one of the ways that we get to use our voice, and that our voice is very important because the only person who knows what I need is me. The only person who knows what you need is you. And we try to bring every voice together in a place, in a way where people can be heard and respected. And when there are tough decisions to make, we try to make them using the democratic process, which means that not everybody will agree with everything. But if we do this well, then we can agree to support each other and to live with the decisions that the community makes. So, what does that mean for us? As church, it means that we get to vote, is that the people who get to vote in church, in our church, are the people who have signed the membership book and joined the church. They choose the people who sit on our board of directors, who make the decisions about the vision and mission of the church. The board works with me, the minister, and with everybody in the church to do the work of the church. What that means is that sometimes it's a thing like, should we fix the broken window? And sometimes it's a thing like, how are we going to use our energies to pursue our values? Let me put that a different way. How can we use our time to live out or live in a way that makes our values real? So for us, we have voted as a whole congregation on a resolution on racial justice. That sounds very fancy, doesn't it? It really just means that all of us together think that working for racial justice is important. And we did it on other things too. We voted to say that peace was very important. And having the vote is just the beginning of the work. Then we have to figure out how to make that real in the life that we live together. So this morning, our special guest is going to tell us stories about how women got the right to vote in America. And along with her stories, she's going to sing songs, because songs are very important whenever you want to get anything done. It is motivating. It gives you more energy if you can sing a song while you're doing it. It helps you remember what you're doing and why and who you're doing it for. I am very happy to be a part of St. John's, where we come together and work together, where we try to hear everybody's voice, and we are willing to pursue our values in the public sphere. So for this month, the month of July, we're going to keep talking about democracy and voting and how we make decisions as a community. I hope you have these conversations in your house with your friends. I hope you have these conversations with other church people. And I hope that you know that your voice is very important. Not everybody can vote. One of the groups of people who can't vote are young people. You have to be at least 18 years old to be able to vote. But just because you're under 18 doesn't mean your voice isn't important. I hope that you continue to learn and think about what democracy means in our church community. Oh, my dog is coming to say hi. Scotty, do you want to say hi? Look here. Here is Scotty. He's saying hi too. So Scotty and I and the fish hope that you have a very good week, and we really want to talk to you more about democracy and voting and all the ways we make community together. I'll see you next week. Bye-bye.